I step on stage, break a leg and a ligament. I step on stage, break a leg and a ligament.
All right, everybody. This is Lance Adams, Fudo Shed Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, and Fitness.
Darrin, Lead by the Extreme.
And we are Team Beast Mode Killaz. Okay, y'all. It is less than 1 week out from Conflict MMA right here in Columbia, South Carolina. Once again, we are having a fight right in our own backyard. Matter of fact, the venue is less than probably 5 minutes away from where our Fudo Shen Team BMK headquarters is located, right around the corner. So we are hyped up, we're ready to get in the cage and do some things and ready to make things happen. Okay? We have our fighters that gets prepped up and ready. They've been training hard, very hard and intense, extreme 8-week camp. We got Hado Chavarria, the Nicaraguan Nightmare, and also we had Fabian Vasso, you know, one of our heavyweights that's stepping in the ring to face a very game opponent from American top team down in Georgia. Okay? That's two. You're supposed to have three. Okay? We're supposed to have Michael Whaley that's fighting on this card.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, it's a possibility he may not get to fight. Why is that, people? Let me say this before I say that. If you are a fighter out there, make sure that you make weight. Before you challenge another fighter or tell another fighter you're going to fight them, people can drop off all kind of things. You could drop out for injuries. You can drop out for family problems. You could drop out for all kind of stuff. But if you challenge somebody 8.5 weeks out from a fight, and the only thing you have to lose is 20 pounds, and you cannot lose 20 pounds,
20 pounds.
20 pounds in 8.5 weeks, and you call right before the fight and said you can't make it. Now, Michael Whaley was on point. Right up to the point of the fight, he's right about 128 pounds. Going into this week, 125 would have been dialed in. Okay, working hard. So all that hard work that he's been doing has been in vain, thinking that he's going to go in there and go against an opponent and win in his fight. But now what happens is that he has to be relegated for someone to try to find the matchmaker to find an opponent for him at the last minute. And on top of that, to have his opponent, I'm going to say it, Joe Jackson, to fight another opponent at 145 when you know you're supposed to fight Mike at 125. So what does that tell me? This ain't saying nothing to throwing salt on the rocks at nobody, but I'm going to say it. To me, that is just disrespectful, and it is a slap in the face to Mike, to Arcade, to the ones that's training him, and just to the whole fight game when you don't make weight. And you had more than 8.5 weeks. This ain't, you had some people who had made weight and lost 15, 20 pounds in a week. Man, you can't lose it in 8.5 weeks. There's a problem there. There's a problem. So, but with that said, we know we was ready. We know we was ready to go. But for you to step in at 145, knowing that you might walk around at 152, 153, and you only got to lose 8 pounds, so what they got to do about our fighter, you know, who's been busting his behind for 8.5 weeks, and then see this fighter step inside the ring with another opponent at 145, something that you can make, that's going to show you're taking the easy way out. And that's not a good way. That's not the way fighters do it. That's not the way true hardcore martial artists do it. It's about respect for the other person. If you knew you weren't going to make weight, you could have said weeks ago, and then we could have had the opportunity to find another opponent.
On top of that, we are BMK, which means we're saying we are a professional training camp, which means we put all the components to get our fighter ready to make weight and be able to fight on time.
That's right.
That's our reputation that we're putting on the line. We're saying we will show up on fight day. What does that say about not only a fighter, not only coaches, and not only that gym? If their fighter can't be ready on their own. It's like a fighter who walk out the blue and say, hey, I'm going to fight. They came from a camp. They came from a gym. So how did this fighter go through 8 weeks of whatever he was doing and no one else knew? There is no way a BMK fighter can ever not be ready for a fight because we are always on them about being successful, about the training, about the nutrition, about when they weigh in, everything. So how could this big situation that's been publicized all over Facebook, all on YouTube about cousin versus cousin, the fight for Columbia Pride, the fight for bragging rights, all these things being posted about these two fighters, but one fighter was never even close to making weight. How could that possibly be when you're in a fight camp where you're being monitored by coaches? Who knows?
And that's right. That's right. And like I said, and not more importantly, as far as that, not just the fighters, but this is a big hype up. Mm-hmm. So a lot of fans that was maybe coming to see this and see it, cousin versus cousin, coming to see, now they got to be relegated to another fight. Not saying that nothing is not going to be more important. That's going to be just as important, but still in all, this was the fight that a lot of people was coming to see. Yeah. But don't count us out, okay? Because the one who is actually replacing Mike, or if he can't find a fight, if they can't find him a fight within the time of we are game, we are ready. But the same thing, got Paul Teague, he's stepping up to fight Joe Jackson at 145. So that goes to show you, BMK don't go away.
Go away, baby.
We will be cornering Paul Teague at Conflict MMA against Joe Jackson. Okay, it's already official. We done talked to the camp, we done talked to their corner, we done talked to their coaches, and we agreed that we will help the corner Paul Teague in his victory against Joe. Joe, all I can say, used to be one of us, no love lost, it was right or right, it was wrong is wrong. And this ain't no vendetta thing.
Oh no.
Okay? He had no idea what the situation was or anything like that. He asked us, coach is going to be out of town. We are here. We're going to step in for a fighter that's game. And by the way, who have to cut weight at the last minute to make his weight cut. Because it was a fight that he wasn't expecting to get. Yeah. So if he could do it, anybody else can do it.
A true professional fighter could do it. Somebody who cares about what they do and how they do it and who they want to represent. Now, Joe, you know, if you was at Fudo Shin, the old Fudo Shin Joe would have made weight. This new Joe, at whatever camp he's supposed to be at that, can't make weight. So what does that tell me? But enough of that talk. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Like us on Facebook. Follow where we're going. BMK is becoming the camp to watch. We are now picking up more and more sponsors. People are liking what we're doing. People are really taking an interest in BMK being a professional camp. We're going to have the backing to do it. So if you're looking for a new camp, we're looking for females, we're looking for males. If you want a camp to train to be the best and perform at the best level, by all means, come see us. We're not saying leave your camp, but we're saying, hey, learn something new, get some good training. That's what we do.
That's right. To end it on this, after Conflict, November 15th, we are holding our Beast Mode Killer Smoker right here. The second one that we're having here. First one was successful. We're holding the second one. Shots out to Adrian Henderson, Bellator fighter, future Bellator champion that stepped in and was a rep for us, did a very good job. We got some good fighters that's coming from Ridgepoint. Charles Nutt, shouts out to you, man, for really representing and having your fighters and pushing to make, Columbia that place. Shouts out also to Mo Webb from Source Summit, who's just fresh off of his championship win. That he just did. Shouts out to that man. I can't say but nothing good things about him. He is actually, that's right, that Kung Fu, that stuff, like, and A-Train posted a video of him doing some of that crazy stuff in it, that worked. But he is also going to be in the smoker as well. So come on out, jump in the ring with some people and see how you fare. Again, this is not win or lose. This is about getting your feet wet in a ring so you can get prepared for a fight, or if you already got a fight coming up or had a fight, seeing where you can better improve. That's what the smoke is for. This is for everybody, y'all. A lot of people, they say, we're going to try to do something for the fight community. We are actually trying to do it, not saying nothing against anybody else because everybody has played their part. But we are not just doing this for BMK. We're not just doing this for Fudo Shin. We want to do this to make the Columbia area, even a better place. We already have some people that really made some strides in Columbia, such as, Adrian Henderson. such as Derek Kennington, who went to Bellator, such as Tim Goodwin, who also went to Bellator. So we have people in Colombia, so it's not saying that we don't have potential here, but now we're trying to do whatever we got to do, put the gym names aside, come together and get in the ring, fight each other, have fun. What better way to do some sadistic stuff than to have a fun and everybody come and beat each other's head in and shake each other's hand after we go in the league. That's the big thing we're trying to talk about. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow MMA. We're trying to be the best team that we can. And with these smokers and stuff that we have, it's only going to make us all better. So when we get to those levels where we're in Bellator and UFC and Strike Force and all these other different things out there, we can look back and say, this ain't just a win for us. This is a win for Colombia. This is a win for the state of South Carolina. So that's what we're trying to do. So November 15th, okay? Again, for spectators are welcome. It is $10, and that's going to include, basic beverage and food. So you can come in, of course, like that, and to go towards, helping to make these things even bigger and better. So we ask you to come out and support us and stuff like that. We'd love to have you here against November 15th, 6 o'clock p.m. right here at Team BMK Warrior Warehouse Headquarters, 7230 Middle Street, Columbia, South Carolina.
That's it. All right, we are BMK.
All day.
Crossbones.
See you November 8th, y'all. See you on November 15th. We out of here, baby.
We out. We out. We out.